Hi everybody. This is going to be a departure from my usual content in this channel so far. At the time of writing, it's Monday, February 9th, 2026. Last night was the Super Bowl. There's one thing the Super Bowl has been pretty consistent with for the past few decades, and that's Super Bowl commercials. Over the years, there's been an insane amount of these wacky over-the-top commercials like the Puppy Monkey Baby commercial and the Popcorn is Breaking Bad commercial. However, one caught my eye this year, and it wasn't because of its absurdity or because of how funny it was. It was because it was terrifying. You may all now be aware that my mask is largely inspired by Wrench from Watch Dogs 2 and Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs is a franchise that focuses on the idea of digital surveillance by governments. I will be going more into detail about the Watch Dogs games at some point in the future, but this current video is to spread awareness of the dangerous road we're headed with technology as it pertains to AI. The commercial in question is the Ring commercial. You know, the one that had to find your dog? Wholesome, right? No, you should be terrified. We have now officially crossed over into artificial intelligence identification. You will no longer be able to be a nameless face in any crowd. If you're in the AI's database, you will forever be watched and studied. With this in mind, you will have data collected about you that you never get to see and then can be sold to entities like insurance companies who could deny your application before you even finish your paperwork based on everyday habits. I'm now going to show you all the CTOS cutscene from Watch Dogs 2.
2013, Chicago realized the promise of smart cities with CTOS, a citywide operating system merging big data with surveillance, security, and transit programs. With a few hundred lines of code, hackers were able to hijack its central servers and cripple the entire grid. Many believed the attack would be a killing blow for smart city development. They were wrong. Coordinated from the heart of Silicon Valley, CTOS 2.0 has been implemented across the United States, ushering in the Internet of Things. 6.4 billion connected devices now serve as collection points, mapping and recording our daily routines, making a more secure and more invasive system. But who else is listening? Big Brother no longer works alone. Thousands of little brothers monitor and aggregate your every move, building a complete digital profile of you to be bought, sold, or stolen in an instant. Toys study your children, reporting their play habits back to marketers. Appliances, consoles, and home security systems give corporations a window into your private life. Control of your vehicle and mobile device can now be breached remotely by anyone at any time. You may think that you are immune or underestimate the risk, but your digital shadow is already compromised. Insurance companies use algorithms to monitor your life habits and limit or deny coverage. Health providers determine if your cancer is worth treating. Search results and news feeds are skewed to bias mood and influence your vote, engineering social uprisings on a massive scale. You are now less valuable than the data you produce. This is the new reality. Going dark is no longer an option. With threats to personal freedom rising, many are stepping forward. Whistleblowers, activists, and hackers have drawn their battle lines, putting the establishment on watch. But are they threats themselves, or have they become freedom's last line of defense? Freedom's last line of defense.
Technology like this is only going to push us further into a surveillance state. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this. How is it that TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and all other social media platforms know exactly what you like to watch? It's simple. There are algorithms that actively monitor your social media behavior and that are designed to optimize the amount of time you spend scrolling. If this technology exists in our social media platforms, who's to say it cannot be used to study our real-life habits? As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not the kind of content I usually make, nor is it content I want to make often going forward. This is a dark, depressing topic, but I've seen next to nobody talk about it, and for some reason, everyone seems to be distracted with arguing about the halftime show instead. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on this topic, so please let me know down in the comments below. As always, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and remember, stay ghoulish, my friends.